We're going to be talking today about something called the states of matter. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it one time. It's probably not talking about the same thing.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the states of matter. And do you think that when I say states, am I talking about Massachusetts and Connecticut?
No.
No. When I say states of matter, it's the state of being. Now there's 3 of them. And you have to be on the lookout. We're going to read some of this story. And it is up to you as scientists to try to identify and figure out what those 3 states of matter are. Are you up for the mission?
Yeah.
Chiadi, do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually a question for Ola.
Oh, okay.
How does he not know that he would melt? I explained it in the letter. Is he stubborn or something?
He is such a stubborn snowman. And maybe you explained it, but don't you think that good scientists, as a scientist team, everyone's going to need to get on board, right? If you just have one scientist believe something, is the whole world going to believe you?
No.
But if we have a team of 21 scientists, do you think that that'll be believable?
Yes.
But what and blocks, dolls and socks, milk and lemonade, rocks and trees. All of these things are made of matter. What are they made of?
Matter.
The air in the breeze. Can you think of that? The air in the breeze that blows the leaves. Water flowing in the creek. Everything on earth is made of matter. Lucky for us, it's easy to tell that not all matter is alike. Matter comes in 3 states. It can be solid, liquid, or gas. Raise your hand and tell me the mission for reading this story. Raise your hand. What were we supposed to try to find or identify in reading the story? More hands need to go up. Only that many people knew our mission in reading this story? Who's back there? Sarah, what was our mission?
Define the 3 states of matter.
Do we know the 3 states of matter?
Yeah.
Do we know the 3 states of matter?
Yeah. We do.
All right, someone raise their hand and tell me one state of matter. Andres. Solid.
How did you do that?
How did you? What?
How did you just...
I need another state of matter. Kyra. Liquid.
I see.
And last but not least, Louise. We had solid, liquid, and gas. Excellent job. To my, all right, bring it back, Michael. To my 3 people who have our science vocab terms for the day, can you stand up and go put those in our science vocabulary chart? Go ahead, go put those in. Solid, liquid, and gas. So, now while they do that, I need the rest of you. We have an important task.
Trouble figuring out if this is a liquid or a solid because it could melt and become a solid. And we noticed it was different forms of the snowman that can make it a solid. So we found out this was a solid.
So how did you guys figure that out? Did you guys just work, the 4 of you, or what did you have to do as scientists?
We had to
Sarah,
get,
what did you have to do?
we had to get help from Justin's group to help us figure out. Well, probably it can be a solid or a liquid because it can melt. It can turn to water, but right now it's a solid because it's staying still and it's not melting.
So that was the confusion. Is it a solid or is it a liquid? But you guys decided, and with the help of your other scientist group, you decided what, Sayuri?
We decided that this very huge snowman was a solid and it also could be a liquid.
You think it could be both?
Yeah, but right now it's in the form of a solid because it's like if you broke the head off, it would fall into snow, but it would still hold its snow form.
So it's right now it's a solid, and what would make it a liquid?
If it was a hot sunny day, if there was like light flashing on it, it would melt.
But the state that the matter is in right now is a
Solid.
very nice job. Put that in our solids pile. Everyone give yourselves a hubba hubba. All right.
See, you did it right. You got it. Oh my god. Hang on. It's coming
Just leave it. Let it drop and wait and see.
Getting fizzy, but it's not pulling it up yet because it's not that fizzy yet. So what it's doing is getting fizzy in the gas. The air is coming up and it's getting into the balloon.
Does the balloon seem more full than it was before?
Yes.
Even if it's not standing all the way up?
Scientists, you are coming to conclusions here. Excellent job. So, raise your hand if you would like more baking soda for your water bottle. Boys and girls, can anyone tell me why Olaf's thinking in this song is a little bit silly? And I want you to push yourselves to use some of the vocabulary that we've been using, okay? Only 3-4 people can tell us why this song is a little silly. I'll wait till you think of something. And Naira.
Because he says he wouldn't melt in summer.
Thinks he wouldn't melt in summer. And are you thinking differently? Yeah, you're thinking he'd melt in summer? Why would Naira be thinking that, based on what we've learned? Felix.
Because if he goes in summer, he will melt into water.
He will melt into water?
Yeah.
How do we know?
Anything because of the heat.
Because of the heat? Does anyone agree with Felix?
And then when it's water, it's going to take the shape of anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter if it's a block or like a V or a crazy like spiral.
It doesn't matter. It just fits in anything.
The drops are what state of matter?
Liquid.
And then? What's happening to the liquid?
It's evaporating.
It's
It's evaporating.
Oh.
What do you mean?
What is
It's turning
it?
into gas.
What does it mean? What
It's a
does
gas. It's a gas.
What does it mean for something to evaporate? And Naira, what's it mean for something to evaporate?
It's the heat.
The heat is turning it into what?
A gas.
You take a gas? Can anyone, this is a challenge question.
The whole thing.
Oh!
Look at the steam.
What are you seeing?
It's evaporating. No.
Oh my God.
It's going up. It's going to the sky.
So, boys and girls, all right, I have a challenge question for you. Let's see if you are really paying attention. When water, listen up. When water evaporates, what is it called? When water, what is it called? It's not water. And it is a gas. What kind of gas? What's it called? Adrian? Vapor. Can we all do a hubba hubba for Adrian?
Hubba hubba.